It is not the sun rising, but our sins. Anonymous. Or is it anonymous? I don't know.
Because it is my guilt, I claim you, grievous miracle. Make my chest hurt with regret. Forge your punishment and nail it deep. Shape my guilt once again.
Oh boy. The effigy became a sword. The statuette. And the woman became stone. Oh, there is us. The Penitent One drawing the blade from
And
the
thus, guilt, repentance, mourning, and every pain of the soul of all kind were visibly and tangibly manifested everywhere and in all of us.
Sounds horrible.
Sometimes in the form of blessing and grace, sometime in the form of punishment and corruption. That divine will, equally pious and cruel, which we could not and will never be able to unravel, was called the miracle.
Looks like the symbol from Berserk. The cursed symbol. The symbol marked for those who are meant as a sacrifice. Oh. We are lying there on how many corpses that is. That is. Corpses of other penitents. And we are the penitent in bronze. Alright. Here we are in Blasphemous. As you can see, I have already played through this game quite a bit, and when I say quite a bit, then I have already achieved 2 endings in the game, ending A and ending C. Ending A is the virtuous ending, I guess, if it's correct. The ending of the believer, and ending C is the true ending, where we have to do a bunch of stuff in order to pretty much have more boss fights as well and achieve the true ending that eventually will lead into the second iteration of that game, into Blasphemous 2. Alright, but let's continue. Yeah, I know how that game works. You don't have to tell me. Huh. A prie-dieu. Press Y to rest at the prie-dieu, saving your game and refilling your health and flasks. Upon death you will respawn at the last visited prie-dieu. Resting will cause enemies to respawn. Yeah, I know that. That's kind of like with the bonfires in the Souls games. Alright, on we go to our first boss fight. The Warden of the Brotherhood of the Silenced. Whatever. Sorrow, there we go. Ow! Ow! Alright. Let's gain some ground back. There we go. A long path ahead. Ooh, I got an achievement, but for what? For what was that achievement again? The hell? Oh, it's that cutscene, right. Where we fill our helmet, our pike helmet, with blood. But for what? That is still a question that is still unanswered. I don't know what purpose this serves. All that I know is that the miracle is actually feeding on the suffering of humans, pretty much, and we, the Penitent One, are either A, to become the new father of the miracle, as we at the end kill the current father of the miracle, or ascend even further beyond with the true ending and eradicate the miracle and the high wills in itself completely, though the problem is that it will be newborn, and because the miracle is killed, pretty much our curse of rebirth and death, kind of like Subaru from ReZero, right? Or, well, more like in the Souls games as you know it, where upon death we just respawn, right? That is our curse, pretty much, that with death we respawn at the last pre-dieu, and that is also the reason why there are so many Penitent Ones, because they are just previous iterations of me, the player, who got killed off by the warden, probably because they know that if we were to succeed, then, well, the death of the miracle will be imminent, and everyone else of the Brotherhood is trying for us to not succeed, pretty much. Especially those of the Sacred Order of the Father, the Rectangle of the Father, like Chrysanta, Estras, and yeah. You need a key to the chamber of the eldest brother to open this door. Yeah, we get that key later. Let's continue forth for now. Ah, Deo gracias.
Regretful be the heart, Penitent One. The anguish of the eldest brother has now come to an end. I am Deo Gracias,
Prego, senor.
witness to and narrator of the acts of the grievous miracle. Such is my penance, as yours is silence.
I think Deo gracias is probably a combination of the word Deus, Latin for God, and gracias, Spanish for thanks, so I guess his name would probably mean God's thanks or something like that, or thanks to God. Whatever, I don't know, it's just an assumption of mine. Gotta say, he looks weird.
Of affliction is what you seek. This can be found in the Mother of Mothers of the Churches. It is a remote place separated from the rest of these lands by a great sacred and forbidden door. Even a wise penitent like me knows nothing of what lies beyond those high walls.
I see.
However, what I do know is that, according to the rule, one must carry out the 3 humiliations to gain access to what they guard.
Yeah.
One of them must be performed in the high mountains, covered in thick blankets of snow and ice.
Yes.
Another in the depths of a dark, entombed church where the sleeper lies.
Mm-hmm.
And the last one at the end of the trail, carved by moans that claw their way out of an iron spiral. In the bowels of the bell named Hondo that grows into the earth. Take this thorn and place it on the handle of your sword. If, when the time comes, as you grip your weapon firmly, you notice that it wounds you and makes you bleed, having grown with more thorns sprouting from it, writhing over the figure of the Father carved into the knob, that will mean that you are at the mercy of the grievous miracle, whether for its punishment or its forgiveness.
A thorn, yes, another item that we need for the quest to achieve ending A and ending C, which I'm actually also gonna do for the sake of this video, for the Let's Play. Alright. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go with this properly and switch my character into its default skin, so I'm gonna be back soon. Okay, so because you're probably curious, these are the skins that I have currently unlocked. So this is the default appearance, which is with what I'm going for now, for the beginning at least, right? And then I have Son of the Miracles, which is... I think you get that by achieving ending A? Or was it the true ending? I do not really remember. Then we have True Apostasy. Now I think True Apostasy is what you get with getting ending the I think that was also what you get with one of the endings. Then Exemplaris Excommunicationis. Or was that the one that I got with ending C? I don't know, but you at least get the three... These three ones you get with the representative endings. Then we have Echo and Shadow, which you get with the fights one against with Sierpes. I think this one is Sierpes, and this one, Chantress of the Dead, is when you fight Isidora of the Dead Song, or whatever she's called. Yeah, so these are all the skins that I'm having. And if you want to take a look at my achievements, here they are. That is, on the top one, that is the one that I currently unlocked. Why I did that, I don't know. So, a long path ahead, no mercy, look her in the eye, defeat Our Lady of the Charred Visage, dance macabre, defeat Tres Angustias, defeat Esdras of the Anointed Legion, defeat Melchiades, the exhumed Archbishop, defeat Expositus, Scion of Abjuration, defeat Kirs, returned by the flames, defeat Chrysanta of the Robbed Agony, defeat His Holiness Ascriba, unlock ending A. I need to yet still unlock ending B, but that is, I'm gonna do that currently in my other save file where I'm already in the New Game Plus, in my New Game Plus playthrough, where I also have to, where it also has a new added content, the Steer of Dawn DLC, where I have to fight the Amenicidas and also Laudes. The Bull and the Horn release all cherubs, yeah, did that as well. Hidden achievement. Did the status Sacrorum complete all the arenas challenges? Yeah, that's with the statues and all of that. Get the 13 original breasts, get the 7 original relics, get the 30 original rosary beads, get the 44 original collectibles, get the 9 original sword hearts, discover the main areas of Cvstodia. Achieve maximum health, achieve maximum fervor, achieve the maximum level of the sword Mea Culpa, achieve maximum flask capacity, achieve the maximum number of rosary bead slots, execute 5 different enemies, use a righteous riposte 5 times, visit the tomb of the Lady of the Tailed Crown, bring all the offerings to Ludovico. Did I do that? Oh yeah, right, that is in Albero. Witness the dying moments of Viridiana, yes. You know, I wanna try to defeat the bosses without doing Viridiana. I mean, in the New Game Plus I already managed to go through all bosses without the help of Viridiana. New Game Plus I still have to, if I remember correctly, still defeat Kiers? Isidora I have to defeat still. Chrysanta is still open. And I think the final boss fight with... what was it again? Escribar, right. I think these are the boss fights that I'm still out because I already defeated the 3 first boss fights, then the 2 additional ones are still open. One is Kiers and one is the other one. I think it was that skeleton thingy. I don't know. Sierpes and Isidora are DLC bosses, and Sierpes I already defeated. Took me like, I don't know, 4 tries or something. I mean, when I did it first time, it took me like more than 10 tries or something. Ultera help the pilgrim reach his destination. Warm and soft, yeah, defeat Perpetua. Crossing souls, I don't know how to do that. Requiem Aeternum, defeat the original bosses without consuming any Balflas. If I can manage that, then that would be amazing. Witness of the miracle, beat 100% of the game. Yeah, if I'm doing good, then I can do that actually in... I mean, as you can see, I've got the first one with 91.56 completed. That is insane. Alright. Let's go back here. Alright, I still have not the dash attack yet. That is sad because that dash attack is fairly strong. Oh, I cannot go down there yet. I know how to parry. I'm a parry god. I mean, right. Another boss fight that I have to defeat is one of the... What was he called again? One of the... Who was it again? One of the Amanecidas, the last one, because I already beat 3 of the 4 ones. The one with the thorn, with the... I want to say spear, but with the lance. Ah, I don't have the downward attack yet. Ow. Or do I? No, I do not. Good. Or otherwise I would have just jumped straight into the enemy, and that is not what I want to do now. Ah, yeah. Our first prayer. Yeah, I know that. I know how to do that. I'm gonna do it. Because it's fun. Because it just showed me to do it. Ow. Alright. These floors there, you can do a downward attack and open up the floor, and there's stuff down there. That is gonna be useful later on. Ow. Ow. Fuck. I fucked up. I fucked up hard. Okay. I'm gonna deal with this enemy because I need all the tears that I can get. There we go, perfect. Hup, hup. I know how that works. I'm gonna also... Gosh. Yeah, alright. Come on, attack me. There we go, perfect. Now you, my friend. There we go. Let's go to Albero.
There is no answer to our plea. The miracle has forsaken us, and my ornate throne turns its back on those who await here.
Yeah, unless I do the right choices. Welcome to Albero, the pretty much main hub of that game. You could say that. Okay, let's talk to this man.
Sorrowful be the heart, Penitent One. Welcome to Albero, sanctuary to this humble brotherhood of the Kissers of Wounds. Few remain here who can still employ it. But Tirso is my name.
Hello, Tirso.
There are few
We'll
of
forget
us
your name
who
later
still
on.
care for the sick and ailing. With devout kisses, we bless the wounds of those who seek our protection. Thus both we and they remain at the mercy of the miracle. Time outside these walls passes by strangely. In sundowns we need not contemplate. But if your penance happens to carry you under set skies, be so kind as to bring us some ingredients for our ointments. The will in the miracle shall show you which ones they are.
Yeah, sure, I'll do that, no problemo. Ah, wait, there's one thing I need to do. Uno momento, por favore, signore. Doff school. Yeah, beats. Let's equip that beat for now. Because it increases our overall protection. Let's go to the left here and activate the first Mea Culpa shrine. This is to level up our sword.
Penitent One, you who carry the painful guilt in your cracked hands. Lend it to us and alleviate our burden. Lend it to us and wipe away our tears. Because it is an act of penitence.
I thought it's called penance, not penitence. Or is there a difference between penance and penitence? I could look it up. You could also write it down in the comments if you want to, if you know the difference between penance and penitence. Anyways, that was that. I do not yet have enough. Ah, yeah, right. The bones. The bones that I could collect here. Right, there is the dude that can level up our flasks. Should I be down here already? I don't know. I mean, I could go there if I want to. But I won't. Okay, hup. I'm not gonna go there, not yet. That is not my aim. Okay, first of all, we go to another place. My first destination will actually be up to the mountains. because that for me is by far the hardest boss fight to do anyways. Phalanx of Brannon the Grave Digger. Wasteland of the Buried Churches. Yeah, this is gonna be a little bit hardy at the beginning, but it will become easier throughout the game. The more I level up, that is. Right, I cannot do that yet. Alright, so far I'm doing good. I kinda wanna try now also do the boss fights without their using Viridiana, though I like having her around because it makes many things easier for me. Okay, first I have to get me some Tears of Atonement. Ow, that was not very fun. But luckily the enemies at the beginning aren't really that hard to deal with. But first of all I have to get me my basic abilities, like the dash attack is very necessary. Or what else is there? The downwards attack, also very necessary. Okay, let's do it. That. And another body part. Go right to this. Yeah. Okay, now let's deal with you, my friend, this. Well, actually, you're not a friend because you're an enemy. Ow. Shit, that was stupid of me. Come on. Die. There we go. Oh, there we go, finally. Now that that is done. So, would you like to attack me, baby? Yeah, no, those enemies are female in appearance. Or should I go down? Let's go up. Whatever. Ooh. Nice. Okay, so far I'm doing pretty good, actually. Ha! I know that there is a heart beneath me, but I'm gonna ignore that now because that heart is pretty much useless to me, actually. Most of the hearts aren't really that cool. There are only a few hearts that I deem actually worthwhile in taking. Oh, okay, so this is not openable yet. Now let's talk with this dude for another quest.
And humiliated be the heart, Penitent One in silence. You stand before what remains of Gemino.
Hello there, Gemino. Why do you talk like that?
Oh, do not fret for me. The cold is merciful, for it relieves our pain and numbs us before it leads us to our deaths. Perhaps the miracle the others spoke of has come to me, here in this iron tomb, lengthening distress more and more.
Is an arm growing out of your torso, or are you just that twisted in whatever you are currently residing in?
To a promised land you direct your march, to the place where the frozen and the burning embrace in communion. Let me ask of you the favor of bringing me a few drops of the oils that once came out of these icy olive trees, the ones that ended up scorching the faces of every pious person who ever reached the summit. As my last wish, before it is too late for me, let me feel that pain. Take this.
You have acquired empty golden thimble.
Now, let my numbed arm become another branch of this withered olive tree.
Alright,
Hurry up. I can still hear the call.
By the way, what is that in that bell inside there? The glowing red eyes, I can see that. Anyways, this is now the end of this episode. Hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see each other in the next one. Be there and be square.